Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Running the Bases. We are here with another edition. It's been a really great week, and I clapped around. Gosh, we're just off to a brilliant start, but we're off with another amazing week of Running the Bases. We've got all four of us here yet again, and well, actually, Marco wasn't here last week, which means that I had to go back and I actually looked at Marco's predictions because you guys may remember last week we had our little competition for the off-season signings, and your king of the 2020 offseason predictions is Mr. Ryan Blank.
He got lucky.
Oh, I got lucky?
He got lucky.
I'm
yes.
just good at
Ryan, get closer to the
he
mic.
got lucky.
Get closer to the mic.
I'll just say this.
Easy. No. Give me a second. No. Give me a second. No, wait. Hold up.
Go ahead.
So the day that we're recording our podcast, before it was a show, we're doing our predictions.
Okay.
And I only got half of them. And even with half of them, I almost beat you.
You had five right through half of them. If you put in the other half, you get 10.
Huh?
I got 16.
No, I actually think he had more than that, but I don't have my computer to check. So.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
I think he had 8. I think he had 8.
Oh, so he would have tied me.
He would have tied
I
me.
would have beat you.
He would have tied
Unless
me.
he
I would have
actually
beat
got
you.
more right, because we were getting into the nitty-gritty. You never know.
Yes,
but
I would have beat you.
the order went,
Sure.
it was Ryan.
Sure.
Yeah, I would have beat you.
I think it was Ryan,
Well, you
me,
lost.
Nick, and then Marco.
Yeah.
But still, Ryan is your champ. Big time win for him. You got to defend that next year, pal.
Oh, trust me. I'm going to win it next year, too.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
year after that. And the year after that. I'm not
No.
losing.
And even when we're 60 years old and we're still doing this, I'm gonna win.
I'm never going to lose to y'all.
You have a broken voice because of singing all the Blake Shelton songs. I'm
Funny,
gonna
funny.
win.
Oh God, what is he saying?
What did
So-
you just say?
We've got this week. We have a
Just
lot
kidding,
to
Ryan, I love
cover.
you.
We're going to be doing our 2020 predictions. Everything from division predictions, then record prediction. Well, best record predictions, World Series, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, home run leader, batting title, and more. All coming right here. And we even have a very special, full-blown postseason bracket prediction. That is going to be crazy. I kind of sprung that on you guys last minute, but that's fine.
No, not just last minute. Like last second, kind
Yeah,
of.
literally last second.
It was Friday.
Wait, we're doing predictions today?
I told you guys
Hey, make
about
sure you have
the
them written down so we know for next year, Marco.
That is
yes,
true.
you guys need to make sure we have them written down. Got to get them right for when the October season comes along and we know who won. But before we get into that, little bit of news. Don't want to take too much time on it, but big news from the New York Yankees over the last week as Luis Severino, with a huge hit to him and the New York Yankees, having to get Tommy John surgery. Missed all of last year due to injury. Planning on coming back this year. Has to get Tommy John. He's going to be out all of 2020 and probably a lot of 2021 as well. You never know. You might not even see him come back again. You never know what can happen with Tommy John. You might come back in a year. You might come back in 2. You might come back never. I mean, we saw the case with Johnny Venters, had to get it again. Zach Wheeler missed 2 full seasons because of it. You never know. You might never be the same pitcher again. That is a huge blow for the Yankees as they are trying to make it to the postseason and be the World Series champions this year. I think this seriously hurts their abilities.
I don't think it does at all.
Well, they have a guy named Garrett Cole that
Like-
essentially
Here's the
just
thing.
slides
He was hurt
in.
most of the year last year, and look how great they were.
But they still didn't make it to the World Series. I'm-
'Cause they're cheaters.
Because someone
they're
cheated.
Trash
Because they're
can.
cheaters.
Do you have a trash can in here?
Okay,
But
here's
they
the
are-
trash can.
Oh, did
Here's
you
the
get-
Astros?
Oh, hey, you know how I know Ryan won the predictions?
No,
thing.
Nick cheated off me.
No. Ryan had like a little buzzard on him, like saying like, "Hey, he's gonna go this place.
Yeah.
he's going that place."
But
Yes.
That's where he's going.
Yes, because that's exactly what I have is a buzzer.
we all
I have the money for that.
we all know that the Yankees are going to make it to the playoffs. That's not a question.
They're winning their division.
Their goal is winning the World Series.
Right.
And I don't think they could do that
I
this
think
year.
they
Oh, I
definitely can.
Oh, they definitely
They
can. What are you
definitely
talking
can.
about?
They can, but I don't think they will. I
They
think-
didn't have the majority of the season Luis Severino
Exactly,
in
and
the
they didn't win the
in
World
the
Series.
2019 and didn't make.
So,
wait, hold on. Wait,
Okay, I'll let
so
you go, Marco.
okay, so they didn't have Luis Severino for 2019 season, like for a part of it, but now they signed to some the best pitcher in baseball, in Garrett Cole.
Still one game. It's still one game in the playoffs. Doesn't matter. Or 2 in a series. It's not like he can't carry you through all 5 games in a
Oh, look what
division
Madison
series.
Bumgarner did in 2014. Garrett
Madison
Cole can do the
Bumgarner's
same.
a-
thing.
Garrett Cole can do the same.
Garrett Cole can
Wait.
definitely do the
Garrett
same.
Cole was
thing.
mad because he didn't get into the game as
you dare
in the
say it,
bullpen,
Nick.
but like bro, like he could do it.
He could definitely.
He
come
was
out
ready
bullpen.
against the Yankees.
Wait, blank. Who did Bumgarner do that against?
Oh,
I'm just curious.
When was the last time
I'm
the Tigers
curious.
were relevant, Nick?
I just want to know. Answer my question before you attack me with your
Um,
questions.
I
Who
just
did
wanna
best?
say-
I'm gonna do that again.
The Royals, but guess what? We won it in 2015. When was the last time the Tigers were
I
relevant?
have the Tigers predicted to finish better than the Royals this year.
That's because you're stupid.
I think Michael just doing that to be nice.
No.
Maybe.
He's doing that 'cause
I went through.
Hey, Nick, do you see this hat that I'm wearing? The 2015 World Champions hat. Shot at you too, Michael.
15?
When was the last time?
2015.
When was the last time the Tigers had one of these, or could have had one of
2015.
these?
It seems like a long time ago. And no one even cares
When was the
about
last time the Tigers won the World Series, Nick?
I don't think anyone
What's
asked.
happening?
Hold on. No, I'm asking you.
Oh my gosh.
When was the last time they won the World Series?
84.
Anywho,
Oh, even before the Royals.
Yankees
last
will
won.
be all right without Severino because they have Garrett Cole.
Here's my thing.
I don't care about your thing.
Severino is basically the icing on the cake for them.
He has a thing.
He's a great pitcher when he's healthy, but they don't need him to be successful.
Sorry, trying to make sure that we have our.
They don't need him to be successful because last year they were very successful, had over 100 wins without Severino. He signed a 4-year
they'll be
extension
fine,
2 years
bro.
ago.
They'll be fine.
It says that he's
It's
made
just-
like 10 starts. They're going to be
A
fine.
pitcher doesn't play every day.
Yeah.
They're fine.
They're gonna be fine.
Look, I know they're making it to the playoffs regardless, but
All he does is just put the cherry on top for that lineup. That's it.
If they didn't have Cole, then they would be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
because,
since they got Garrett Cole, who's the
Yeah.
best pitcher in baseball, and a guy who can lead a team throughout the postseason, such as Madison Bumgarner, then they're fine.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's definitely gonna
That's
be,
why we're doing predictions.
it's going to be a very
Well,
interesting
I think he's just
season.
hard on the Yankees because he's a Mets fan.
That's
Yeah,
partially.
Partially. Yeah.
But
They'll be fine.
We are
Their
going-
offense is just lethal. They
It's
don't-
insane.
It's
It's
insane.
insane.
They
In
don't
that-
need
in
to
that ballpark,
rely
it's gonna be
on
fine.
Luis Severino. They got to the ALCS without Severino, and they almost made it to the World Series. They got cheated out, and then they got Garrett Cole
We'll
from the
see.
team that cheated them out.
we'll see in the playoffs what happens.
That's what karma does, baby. Take their pick.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
we're going to see now all of our predictions for
Are you
the
butthurt
2020
now, Michael?
season. No,
Yes,
I'm
he is.
not.
He's salty.
No, I'm not. I know
He's
the
like a
Yankees aren't
salty-
going
he's
to
like
win
a
the World
salty
Series.
cracker.
No, I know they aren't going to win the
Cracker.
World Series. They don't stand a chance. But we still have predictions to do, and we got a lot of them. And I
let's
really
do it.
I don't want to waste any time here, but before we get into this, I just want you guys all to know everything I did. I went back. I genuinely got really just. I didn't feel confident in my predictions Friday night. I went through literally every single team's team, and I gave every single player in the predicted starting lineup and rotation a rating, and then added that all up. That's how I decided who was going to win the divisions, and that's how I got to my playoff bracket. But all
Wow.
of these predictions I
You,
make,
you did too much.
You thought about this way too
I
hard.
yeah,
did.
you thought about this way
that's
too
just
hard.
me. I'm a stat guy. I need to have numbers backing me up. I just have
You
to.
would,
And he has a Blue
the thing-
Jays.
The thing about baseball is you couldn't have predicted that the Nationals would make it to the
No,
World
you
Series
could not.
last year.
And I.
Oh, I
that's
could if
why
I
I'm-
knew they were cheating.
I think he's projecting the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series.
Because he's wearing Blue Jays
Imagine.
shirt.
He's wearing the Blue Jays
and
shirt.
Troy Tulowitzki, I'm assuming, is the player on the back.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. That was a good one.
I was
Okay.
I was thinking maybe
Troy Tulowitzki's
Jose
like
Bautista
a top 5
maybe.
player of mine.
I
Okay,
can-
I don't like that guy.
Who?
Let's not talk about Jose Bautista.
Why? He's a great guy.
I
Great
hate
One
player.
of the best bat flips in MLB history.
I will say this: the
I'll
best thing that ever
I'll
happened
say
to
that,
him
but I
was
hate that
when Rougned Odor put his fist through his face.
Why do you hate him so much? I don't
Why?
get
He
it.
was such a great guy.
He
I
just
love-
talks so much crap. ahead of the-
language.
And he's
we are
playing-
not allowed
That's
to
not
say
cuss
that
word.
on
That's
the
not cuss
air.
He's fine. He's fine.
That's not a
Beep.
cuss word. He said so much.
We get thrown off the air because
Can we do
he
the
said
throw
predictions?
him
so
off. Ryan
much,
Blank, not
I don't
me.
care.
And
Can we do the
yet-
predictions?
he loses.
Michael,
and
let's
look
do the
where he is
predictions.
now.
Yeah, seriously.
Useless.
I'm just saying that everything I did is based on everyone. I'm obviously not assuming everyone's going to be healthy. These are completely based on opening day lineups, not taking into account injuries, which is why some of these will probably be wrong, but you never know. But we're going to hop right into it. We're going to go. I want to go through because I sent you guys the list of what we're doing. I want to go through everything. Once we get through the wild card and best record, then we'll hop into our playoff bracket because the World Series matchups are a part of that. So we're going to start off with the AL East here. I'll go first, and then we'll just go ring around the rosy style to Nick, Marco, and Ryan.
Ring around the rosy.
Copyright, we can't do that. But
Hey, less than 15 seconds.
for the AL, no, it's actually, I think it's 5, but whatever. Why are we talking about this? Obviously, the AL East winner is going to be the New York Yankees, but the thing I tested you guys with was who is going to be a player that's either going to bounce back.
Oh, you didn't. I forgot about that part.
It's okay.
Come on, Nick.
A player that's either
Hey,
going
I'm
to
proud of you. You're not
bounce
cheating
back.
again.
Did you forget about that?
No, I have the template right here. I'm looking at the messages.
Oh, did
The
you-
template doesn't have it, but it's a separate text.
I see the text, Marco.
Interesting.
But
Wow.
it is a separate text, I will
Yeah,
say. But
Michael's just trying to screw us over
But
here, trying to get
nonetheless-
that step ahead of us.
I am. But
Hopefully you get
back.
last.
so a bounce back player or a player who's going to be instrumental in the team's success that you wouldn't expect to be. So for me,
Oh, dang, okay.
I've got that being Giancarlo Stanton.
That's going to be pretty good.
I
He's already
think-
missing an opening day.
No, he's not. He does not know. He actually came out and said he isn't sure if he's going to miss opening day or not.
It's Giancarlo. He's probably going to miss
It doesn't
opening
matter.
day.
I still think that when he comes back, he's going to be instrumental in this team doing very well. I think he's going to be a huge bat in that lineup. I think they're going to struggle a little bit till he gets in the lineup. Maybe they'll stay, obviously, in the front of the division, but they won't pull away. But I still think that the Yankees are going to have Stanton be their big-time player. What about you, Nick?
Well, I have the Yankees win the AL East, and bounce back player. I don't know, not really a bounce back season, but I just feel like a player that will definitely like be a catalyst in their lineup would probably be Gleyber Torres.
Mm-hmm.
I just
see that.
I just feel like he really just kind of like the cherry on top for that lineup. I don't know.
Absolutely.
He makes that lineup just that much better.
So I have the New York Yankees, obviously. They're going to be fine without Luis Severino because they got Garrett Cole, way better
Never said
pitcher
they
than
weren't going to win the
Severino.
division.
But I think the player is going to bounce back for the Yankees is Masahiro Tanaka. I really think because look at his record last year was 11-9 with the 4.45 ERA. Yes, it's not the worst, but like Tanaka, I think he could do a lot more better than that. He had some really bad games that he could have won, and I just think Masahiro Tanaka is going to have a better season this year, especially with all that offense that's going to be on his back, and he can have that kind of confidence in the Yankees lineup that he could depend on them if they go in a bad situation and they're down 2 or 3 runs, they could come back and put him back in the line to get a win when he's pitching.
Ryan?
For me, of course, I'm taking the Yankees. They're the best team in that division for sure. There's nothing that's going to change my mind on that. Bounce back player, I'm going to say J.A. Happ.
Interesting.
Hurt some of the year last year. Has the ability to be such a great pitcher and just didn't prove it. I think this is Happ's year to bounce back and put himself back on the map as one of the best pitchers in the league.
That's very possible if that could happen. But we move into the AL Central, a much more interesting division, and I'm more intrigued to hear what you guys think about it. But I'm going for the Chicago White Sox. I'm
Wow.
going bold. I think, honestly, looking at that lineup, they have a great lineup. If you've got Yohan Moncada batting the way he should, they've got a solid enough rotation. Their bullpen's not bad. They have a really good team, and they have the team to beat, in my opinion, in that division. And I think the guy who's going to stand out for them is Nomar Mazara. Just came over in the offseason. I think he's going to have a really big season here. He's going to be on a competing team for the first time, and we know what he did on those competing years for the Rangers. He was a pretty solid player when the Rangers needed him to be. I think he's going to be that guy for the White Sox.
Nick?
Nice. For me, the Central was a toss-up between the Indians or the Twins. And
What? You've got to be joking.
no.
They're not bad predictions.
Chill, Ryan, chill.
So you have
The Royals!
The Indians over the White Sox?
yeah.
Oh my God!
I disagree with that big time.
It's
That's-
fine, whatever. We'll see what happens. But I have the Twins winning the division, and I think a player that will really help them after his bounce back here in Atlanta. I think Donaldson will really be a big part of that lineup, and I just think that it just adds to their home run hitting offense.
Absolutely.
I have to agree with Nick. I'm not saying that it's going to be between the Indians and the Twins. I'm going to say the Twins. And, like, I know that it's a player that we didn't expect, but, like, at the same time, like, this is a new player that's coming to a new squad. Some people may not expect or may expect Josh Donaldson to be the player that he is. Obviously, he's had a great run when he was with the Blue Jays, and also he had that season with the Braves, and he did pretty good. But now he's a new team in a different division, and just like he's going to be the leader of that franchise. And I just think he's going to be the big star of the season. Like, yes, you have Miguel Sano, Marwin Gonzalez. You have pretty good players, and you have some kind of rotation there that can help you up in a little bit. But I just think Josh Donaldson is going to be the player that's going to be the leader of this team and have not a breakout season, but have a really good season for him.
For me, it was tough.
No.
For me, it was between the Twins and White Sox for sure. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Twins in this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to say the same person. I think it's going to be Josh Donaldson. Did I think they may
You're
have
cheating
given
off me.
Oh, yeah, I'm cheating?
Yep.
Okay, it takes one to know one, buddy.
Yep.
Okay.
I heard a buzzer.
But no, the reason I picked Josh Donaldson is because they lost a big power hitting bat in Nelson Cruz after they let go of him, and to get Donaldson to take over for Sano at third, who is probably now going to go over to first.
But yeah,
That just makes the power, I think, if not equal to last year or even better. Mitch Garver, I think, is also going to play well, but adding Josh Donaldson as the veteran leadership and a great third baseman, not just at the plate but in the field, I think he's going to be a huge part of that team this year.
I think a big wild card for the Twins that'll push them over the White Sox for me. The only reason that I think they can is if Byron Buxton picks up his bat.
Yeah.
If Byron Buxton
He
starts
struggled
to
to
hit,
pick up his bat his whole career, dude.
exactly, and if this could be a year for him, then I would say Twins, no doubt.
If
But
he
I
can
think,
hit like at least 260,
yeah,
then that'd be huge,
right.
huge improvement.
If he doesn't, then this division goes to the White Sox. Now, before we get into the rest of these, obviously the AL West is next. I don't want you guys to kill me for some of my predictions because some of them are really bold and you probably are going to yell at me for a lot of them, but that's fine. Especially this one, AL West, Houston Astros. There's no question about it. I didn't know. I mean, maybe you guys are going to say the Angels.
What?
Okay,
But-
did I just hear the Angels?
No. I said I thought maybe someone might say the Angels.
If
I
someone
don't know.
says the Angels, then
I was
don't know
thinking
what
the
to think.
Angels, which is why I decided
What?
to actually go in and do
I was thinking
numbers
the
for this.
Athletics, but that's cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Was the Athletics?
Yeah, but I went and did the numbers, and the Angels are not going to be close. But I think for the Astros, they still, regardless of whether they cheated or not in the last year, they still have amazing players. That doesn't change that. And assuming that they are still good without needing to cheat, then they're clearly going to be the best team in the division, if not the best team in the league. And I think that is going to be.
Oh no!
I think it's still possible. But I think for the Astros, I think their big guy is going to be Jose Urquidy. We remember what he did in the World Series last year, came in those big reliever spots. He ended up shining. And I honestly think that now that he's going to be in the rotation, I don't think he could take over what Garrett Cole did, but I think he's going to give a really, really great pitcher that will almost give them the type of guy that they need to replace what Garrett Cole leaves.
Yeah, similar to what you said, Mike. I mean, it's the Astros division to lose, regardless of like what they're going to be going through this season. It'll be interesting to see how they handle themselves on the road, especially. But with Cole gone, it is a big loss. But like before their pitching staff was amazing. I gotta give this player to Justin Verlander. He will be the ace of that rotation, regardless, either him or Greinke. But it's a very important 1-2 duo. But I think Verlander will not lead that team, but just kind of like get that team over like what they're facing this year. And I just feel like, yeah, the Astros, it's their division to lose, without a doubt.
So for the AL West, I do see one of the wild cards coming out of the division, either the Athletics or the Angels. Maybe, you never know. But I have the Astros winning the division because, like you said, Michael and like Nick, it's basic. No matter if they cheated or not, well, we know they cheated, but like they still have a really good roster. You know, like they have a really good at-bats with the duo of Carlos Correa and Jose Altuve. You have Josh Reddick over in outfield, and you have Justin Verlander, and you have Zach Greinke. But I think the player that's going to be the one's going to have a bounce-back year, is just going to have like a bigger role, is one of their players in Lance McCullers. I really think he is going to be a really big part of this rotation because of the fact that Garrett Cole is out. Lance McCullers was considered the number 4 pitcher, but now he's going to be up a spot to the number 3, and maybe he has a really good outing. He's going to try to make it a number 2 spot, and just he's going to play with the chip on his shoulder because like just how the fact Garrett Cole was just such a dominant pitcher, he has now a space to prove what kind of pitcher he is. He has an ERA of under 4. He is 26 years old, so he's young, and he has a lot of firepower in his arsenal.
I'm going to say the Astros as well. They will take the division. But my guy who is going to take over and lead the team, I'm saying it's going to be Yordan Alvarez. Rookie of the year last year. I think you only saw a small sample of him. Imagine what he can do in a full season. That's all I have to say. Because this dude's a beast. He can crush the ball. I think he's going to lead that team in the cleanup spot, and he's going to kill it this year.
Yeah, that's all around really solid predictions for the AL. We don't have a lot of time that I'm looking. I mean, we have 40 minutes, but we have a lot of predictions to get through. So I think we should. I mean, obviously there will be some times where we have some
Let's get it
discussion,
going.
but yeah,
Let's do it.
we'll try and go a little bit quicker.
Let's just say the player in the team then.
Yeah, and if anyone wants us to explain ourselves, but for the NL East, don't call me biased, but I really think that the Mets are going to take it this year. I really do.
Are
I think
you
that
kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Stop.
The
Stop,
Mets,
Ryan.
No, the Mets
Can I
have.
I'm joking.
No.
The Mets have Jacob deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, Marcus Stroman. They also have Michael Wacha and Rick Porcello in that rotation. That's the top 3 rotation in baseball. In the bullpen, you've got Dylan Betances, Edwin Diaz. If he's healthy, he's the best closer in baseball. Jerry Familia had a lot of signs of coming back. Seth Lugo was a top 10 pitcher in baseball last year, as ranked by MLB. They have an amazing team, and the lineup is without question a top 5 lineup in the entire NL, at least top 5. So if everything works well for the Mets, if everyone's healthy and people play the way they should, the Mets are no question going to win the division. The only thing that'll stop that are injuries or people just not playing the way they should.
It's a very, very bold prediction there. I'm going to go with the more easy prediction. I just feel like it's Atlanta's division to lose. And led by, I think Acuna's going to have a huge year this year. And alongside him, Freddie Freeman will be the player I look to watch.
Okay.
Absolutely. I forgot to mention just quickly, I forgot to say, I think Edwin Diaz is going to be the bounce back. You can go ahead, Marco.
So I have the Atlanta Braves winning the division as well. Yes, the Mets are a very stacked team, but they have to find the right chemistry to be playing good baseball. Yes, they have a big push at the end of the season for the wild card spot, but I think the Braves are going to have a really good season. Even though they lost Josh Donaldson, they still have a really packed squad. They have Acuna, Freddie Freeman, Osuna, then you have Swansea, then you got Will Smith, the pitcher, then you have Inciarte, Cole Hamels. It's a pretty stacked team. So I have the Braves, and the player that I think is going to be a big impact is Ozuna.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Ryan?
Okay, Marco, just take my player. I'm going with the Braves as well, but now I have to switch my player.
You don't have to.
You don't
No,
have to.
I'm switching my player as this guy to have a bounce back season. I'm saying Dansby Swanson.
He
Bad-
needs to have a good season for them
Batted
to win.
251 last year, only hit 17 homers. I think that he has the glove and he has the fielding abilities to make him a great shortstop. He just needs to back it up with his bat, and I think he's going to have a great season. So Braves win it, and Dansby Swanson.
Fun little note for you guys, I actually don't even have the Braves making the playoffs this year.
Wow.
I think...
Well,
I just-
yeah,
I
that division
well,
just stacked,
I
bro.
think losing Dallas Keuchel also really affects him a lot because they didn't replace him in the rotation. I think that's going to really kill their pitching, especially in a very offensive-heavy division. But NL Central, I'm going another bold one here, but I don't know if it's too bold. I'm going for the Cincinnati Reds. Honestly, they came out as the favorites this offseason. It's a very close division. I've got the Cubs a really close second, but I think that for the Reds, I think Sonny Gray is going to be that guy. I think he's going to emerge as possibly even an ace this year. He had a really underrated year last year, and I think he's going to come back this year and do it again.
Yeah, that's actually the Reds. It was a really big toss-up between them. Obviously, the Brewers, Reds, and Cardinals. But I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one. I feel like they've ran the division for so many years now. I think they're going to keep it. And I think Paul Goldschmidt didn't have a great year last year. A little underwhelming. I think this year he has a really good bounce-back year and leads that Cardinals team back to their division.
I got the Cards as well. I just think that it's a division to lose. Especially Jack Flaherty had a tremendous season. I think he's going to continue that form. He's just a phenomenal pitcher. And just Adam Wainwright being the veteran that he is. And you still have Matt Carpenter. He's a great, great bat. And also Paul Goldschmidt. I just think it's a really power-hitting team. And I just think they're going to win this division. And I think the leader for this team is going to be Jack Flaherty.
For me, I couldn't pick the Cardinals because of their lack of pitching. But
Especially in the bullpen.
yeah, the bullpen's
The
awful.
bullpen's pretty bad.
I'm taking the Reds as well.
Okay.
My player who's going to be a catalyst coming to the Reds is Mike Moustakas. Brings so much power to that team. He hit 35 home runs last year, become a true power hitter. I'd also like to see him hit for some more contact, batted 254, maybe get that up to 260s, even the 270 range. But he's going to bring more power to that lineup that already has Aristides Aquino, Eugenio Suarez.
And the new guy in the outfield who's
Votto.
going to be starting over Aquino.
And then they got Castellanos. They're loaded. This team's loaded with a bunch of power. And then add Moustakas, who brings even more. So the Reds and
Bias.
my guy, Moose. The Reds are better than the Indians.
They are.
When did the Indians come in?
I don't know, but I think all around the more interesting factor here is Eugenio Suarez, who's going to be out opening day. The question is, how long is he going to be out for? Him being out the length of him being out is going to determine that division. If he's out for a long enough time,
I don't think so.
But you never know. In that division, it's going to be so close.
Mustakis can slide over to third. He plays a great third base.
I know, but that's still a big bat that you're
know,
replacing with. But if he is out, let's say for 2 weeks, that's 10 to 14 games. Those 10 to 14 games, even if you don't win like 3 or 4 of them, that could be a division, especially in the NL Central. But I just want to let you guys know that overall, in the last few years, I think it's actually an actual stat that each of the last like 3 or 4 years, there have been 4 new teams that have been in the postseason. Just got to keep that in mind because you guys have both picked the exact same division winners from last year, so that might end up. That's why I decided to go a little bit different. But I mean,
it's hard to choose different when the team is like still at a good level.
Very true.
You know?
So for the NL West, I mean, there's no question it's the Dodgers. So just say your player. We all know it's going to be the Dodgers. I'm going for Gavin Lux. I think he's going to have a great year this year.
I'm going Max Muncy.
Yeah, I have actually Gavin Lux for another prediction.
Me too.
Obviously.
Me too.
But I have I have
4.
Mookie Betts as the player is going to be the one that's going to take charge.
I changed that name like 4 times. But go ahead, Ryan.
My guy for the Dodgers is Walker Buehler. That guy's a beast.
Oh, he's
so good.
So good.
Amazing.
He's insane.
And
He's insane.
I'm telling you right now, he will start opening day.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
I don't know why he wouldn't.
Over Kershaw. I
He's
think
basically
Kershaw said he's preparing for opening day.
No, I don't think they should give it to Kershaw. I think Kershaw should slide back and be the number 2.
He'd be
I
great-
think
as
great
long
number two,
as
though.
Kershaw is
And
a
that makes him-
Dodger,
I think
he is going to be the ace.
that's true.
It's not because like I'm saying it because
He has to be.
he has to be the ace because it's Clayton Kershaw.
That's true.
Yeah, he does.
It
it is,
doesn't-
but
It
I
is
think that
because
if he were to take a step back, I think that might even help him a little bit. But you're right, since he's always going to be a Dodger, and he's the ace.
and Walker Buehler understands it. You know,
Yeah.
he's cool with it. He's like,
He's
okay,
so
like
young, too.
he's young and he knows he's gonna be the ace as soon as Clayton Kershaw retires. So like he's okay with it. Like, oh, you know
In
what?
like
Let's
10 years.
Let him do his let's let him do his thing
Yeah.
for whatever his time is here left.
So before we hop into wild card, I just want to jump to the best record because I think that's a little bit more important as we go into the wild card. I think for the best record, we'll just say both. Best record AL, I'm going for the Astros. I'm going bold on that. I think that the Astros are still going to have a really good year. Got to keep in mind possibly making trade deadline pickups. I think you're going to see a really, really great year for the Astros, and Dodgers obviously are going to be the best team in the NL.
Yeah, I
What
got
about-
Yankees, Dodgers.
Yeah, I got Yankees, Dodgers. I second that.
I'm going Yankees Dodgers as well.
Okay.
All right, so we're all in agreement on that. So that hops us into the postseason predictions. We're going to go just round by round, kind of series by series, I guess you could say. But we're gonna jump into them here. We've got a lot to start with, but for the AL wild card, that's what we're gonna start with here. The AL wild card, I've got the Athletics going against the Twins.
Okay.
I think they are 2 really good teams. I think they're going to be very close in their divisions too, but I think they're going to make it out to the wild card. But I'm going bold here, and I'm thinking the Athletics take this one home. I think they're not going to get. I don't think they're going to get left out for a second straight year after making it to the wild card this year. I think they're going to get it back this year, and I think the Twins are going to be knocked down just a little bit short.
Yeah, for the wild card, the AL it's very competitive. I mean, I'm just not 100% sold on the White Sox yet. I just want to see how it plays out. But as of now, I have Indians and Athletics playing that game, and I have the Athletics taking it.
Yeah, I did see the White Sox did get a lot better. We know that for sure, but we need to see how they're going to play out in the season.
Absolutely.
And I second Nick. I got the Indians and the Athletics. I just think that Athletics just have a really good team still.
It's a good thing we put you two there.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick is cheating off Marco this time, not me.
The Indians, I just think
Sure.
the Indians, like, they have something good to do because, like, they got Hernandez and Santana, they got Lindor, and they got Ramirez in the infield. Like, arguably, it's a really good
But
infield
they lost-
all around.
They
It's-
lost. They have no pitching. Their pitching's just non-existent now.
But they have really good
Shane
defense.
Bieber? Mike
That's it.
Clevenger?
They're not
They're-
Corey Kluber and Trevor Bauer.
Okay, here's the thing.
Between
Here's the
Jose
thing.
Ramirez, also
I-
and Francisco Lindor, they're Gold Glove
Yes, no, I know
nominees.
that. I know, but you need pitching, especially.
I know
in the
you
American
do.
It's
League.
huge.
But Ryan,
That's why I didn't pick them to win a division. Like, they could
Yeah.
maybe win, not win, but like they can make the wild card because
I
of
agree.
that.
I think they're very close in a wild card race. I do think they're a team to keep in mind as well.
And I take the Athletics winning it. Yeah, forgot to say that.
All right, what about you, Marco?
Right.
I mean,
right.
I'm looking at
Since when
Ryan.
am I Marco?
It's okay.
Hey, it's nice to be me sometimes.
All right, go
Okay,
ahead,
for
Ryan.
me, it is going to be the Oakland Athletics hosting the White Sox in this one. And I'm going to say the winner is the Athletics. I think the Athletics have one of the youngest and one of the strongest potential starting rotations. They've got a ton of youth that I think is going to be led by Sean Mania and Mike Fires, but they've got a ton of potential. They have arguably the best corner infield duo in the league, and I just expect a lot from them this year. I think they're going to win the wild card this year.
Yeah. There's a lot of hope for the Athletics this year, which is a good thing for them. They really need that. But the other side of the coin, we go to the NL wild card. This one, very bold, but I know one of our friends here, just one of the four of us as friends, are going to be pretty happy with one of my predictions. But the NL wild card, I'm going the Nationals versus the Padres.
Wow.
Very bold.
Wow.
I know.
Who would be happy with the Padres?
Dom, his roommate.
Dom
Oh, you're talking. I thought you said in
roommate, not a
here.
Any minute now.
I thought you said in
any minute
here.
now, Dom is going to run in here and give you a nice little kiss.
He's like,
But I'm
I
not.
love you.
Look, I did the numbers, and honestly, I have the Padres doing really, really well this year.
That's
I think
insane.
I think they are. I think they.
to do
Oh,
good,
they're
and they
always
tank.
No, they don't. I don't
And they
ever think the
tank.
Padres
Something
are
always
good.
happens.
Last year they were like, we got Machado, we got Tatis,
I
we
don't
got
think that's-
Paddock. Yes, we're gonna be a contender.
Yeah, but I never. No
Oh,
one. I
watch
never
out. There's
thought
one
that.
person you cannot hate on. Is Paddock.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah,
Otherwise-
Chris Paddock is
Paddock's
good.
the GOAT. I was
That-
gonna
But like,
Paddock and
just the
Dominic
fact that they
Stone
had the
will come in
team
here
and they
beat you
still
with a
didn't
baseball
make
bat.
it.
Yeah,
Paddock is good. I like Paddock.
he's amazing.
I like Paddock. He's good.
Yeah, but I think.
Sorry, Don. I'm not trying to be a
I think
bad villain.
I just think that the Padres are going to get in. They got Kirby Yates, best closer, ranked by MLB in baseball. It's going to be scary if they can do well, but I do think the Nationals are going to win it and head into the NLDS. What about you, Nick?
I'm very high on the NL Central this year.
You're very. Oh,
Okay.
I got worried for a second.
Yeah, great. So I actually have a very NL Central stacked wild card. I have the Reds and the Brewers. And
That's definitely not a bad prediction.
thank you. And I have the Brewers taking it. I think the Reds will come up short this year, just a little bit of a chemistry issue. But I feel like the Reds will be back and better than in the next 2 or 3 years. But give it to the Brewers this year.
I don't think the Brewers even crack 500 this year. I
Interesting.
really don't. I just think they're not. They're not. Honestly, in my lineup of the entire Central, I have the Brewers coming in fourth.
There's no pitching.
Yeah, there's no
There's
pitching.
no pitching.
Their
Besides
offense-
Josh Hader.
Their offense is, and even he's been really terrible in need to be good situations.
When players know how to hit a 100-mile fastball, they know how to hit it.
I just think there's only one team that they beat, and that's the Pirates. I just don't think. Look, good predictions. If they play well, then they definitely have it. But they just don't have. They don't have the team for me this year.
We'll
Well,
see what happens.
Me for the NL wild card, I have the Phillies at going to the number 4 seed. The number 5 it was a little bit harder. I'm still like between the Reds and the Cubs.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think just the Reds, how they got better. We have to see how it plays out. If not, I just see the Cubs sneaking into the 5 spot. So I have the Phillies and the Cubs, and Phillies they go on to the NLDS.
I'm going to hot one, it seems like. Here, my 2 teams in the wild card, Arizona Diamondbacks and Philadelphia Phillies.
Where are the Mets in any of your predictions?
I'm sorry.
It's the Mets.
I think going on
sorry.
with the Mets,
Yeah.
I think the Mets starting rotation is good.
Pete Alonso's not going to hit
Outfield,
50 home runs.
No,
Outfield,
I think he's gonna
though,
have a
is
down year.
very weak. Outfield is weak.
What are you talking about? We have Michael Conforto, J.D. Davis, and Yoenis Cespedes. Conforto hit
Cespedes is
30
weak
home
as
runs.
Cespedes is coming back, having an all-star year.
Cespedes-
Nope.
Cespedes
That name
is
was
hitting-
gonna get hurt 5
He's
years
doing
ago.
amazing so far in preparing for the season.
He's gonna-
It's
he
spring
hit live
training.
BP off of Seth Lugo today.
These games don't
It's
matter.
And he
spring
hit a
training.
nuke.
The spring training.
Against
I really
Seth
like
Lugo.
J.D.
Watch him get
Davis,
hurt
and
in
I
spring
like
training.
Conforto,
Oh, that would-
but no,
okay,
I
I wouldn't wish that on
think
anyone.
that the
No,
I
imagine
I
you
take
did.
back what I said. It's not weak. I'm saying Cespedes is your weak link.
It's fine. We'll
I think
prove
Ryan's
you-
just scared because he's in the same room as Michael
We'll
right
prove
now.
No,
you
also
wrong.
I think it hurts that you guys didn't get Starling Marte. I think that hurts
Absolutely,
drastically.
of course it
That
does.
So-
the Diamondbacks are interesting though. I like that.
Here's the reason why I said Diamondbacks. They just
'Cause
got
Mad
their
Bum.
ace in Mad Bum.
Okay.
Their bullpen's
They got
not
Robbie
good.
Ray.
Okay.
They've got
They've had Robbie Ray.
Gallen.
Yeah.
But I know they've had him.
Okay.
But
Making
this
sure.
team is young.
Yep.
This team is good.
Yep.
They've upgraded their outfield. They got Starling Marte, unlike the Mets. They signed Cole Calhoun. They've got Ketel Marte, who I think is going to have another fantastic year. Not as good as last year, but still a great year. For me, their biggest question mark is third base, which I think is going to go to Escobar. But
Of course.
I'm telling you, this team is good, and I think they will go into the wild card. And my winner of this game is the Arizona Diamondbacks.
I really think it depends on Robbie Ray. I know you're getting crazy a little there, Michael. But I think
I just think
think
their
one
bullpen's
one
just not
thing
good.
that about Robbie Ray is a question like how long is he going to be in Diamondbacks for the whole entire season? Because I remember when Lisa Severino went down, like some teams are interested in Robbie Ray sometimes at the trade deadline. Maybe could be interested.
Exactly.
So
If they
it
lose
depends.
him, then they're-
If the Diamondbacks are good by trade deadline, Robbie Ray stays. If they're not good, not a contention, then Robbie Ray is not going to stay there.
Yeah, absolutely. So that brings us to the ALDS. We've got some interesting matchups here. I know you all have just very different, but we'll just say your ALDS predictions for both games. Well, just follow my lead. That's all. I don't need to explain it. But for the first game, I've got the Astros v Athletics. The Athletics. You've got best, obviously, top record versus the wild card. I think the Astros easily win that series and move on to the ALCS. Then I've got the Yankees versus the White Sox, and I think honestly in a toss-up series, I went through and how I picked my playoff predictions was I went position by position and then said like, okay, 1-0 Yankees, 2-0 Yankees, whatever. And honestly, it was 8-7 Yankees over the White Sox. I think it's going to be I think that's a toss-up series, but I still think that the Yankees win, and it's an Astros-Yankees ALCS.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
a little bit
I
confused
think it's
for a
close.
We end the same way. We just get there a little bit differently. So for me, my wild card winner was the Indians. Indians versus the Yankees. I think Yankees take that easily. And then I have the Twins versus the Astros, which I think is a very interesting series.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that the Astros have Greinke, they have a little more pitching, and then the Twins, I think they can shut down their opponent lineup. I think I have the Astros winning that one, and I have Yankees Astros in the ALCS.
Well, I got the Yankees and Athletics, and the Yankees sweep the Athletics, in my opinion. Twins against the Astros. The Astros win against the Twins in 6 games. There's going to be Yankees, Astros in the ALCS, and that goes to six games by the Yankees going to the World Series.
Oh,
well, we're not doing the ALCS yet. So
Not yet?
No.
I was just doing the math in my
Gosh,
head. I'm
dang it,
sorry.
Gosh darn it, Marco.
All right,
We'll
I
get
got it.
back to that. Ryan, your turn.
I didn't hear how far we were going. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Forgive me.
For me, I'm going to have it Yankees versus the Athletics. I think the Yankees will beat the Athletics. And then Astros versus Twins, I will have the Astros beating the Twins.
And now that we are on the subject of the ALCS, do we all have Astros Yankees in the ALCS? We do.
Yeah, I have Astros Yankees.
Okay, so then we all have the Astros and the Yankees in the ALCS. I think this is another real toss-up series, honestly, and
That's going to be a crazy series.
yeah, again,
There's gonna be some brawls.
especially especially
there's
the
going to be
drama.
something crazy.
But I've got the Astros going back to the World Series.
Wow.
I think that their team is good enough. I think they're going to be playing with a lot of passion this year. If they are as good as we think, full well and good, those guys are going to say, we are going to prove that we are better than that. They're going to prove that they don't need to cheat to make it. I think that that's why they're going to have a great season this year. I think that's why the Astros
Watch
go to
them
the
not
World
make it.
Series.
cheaters never prosper, in my opinion. And
Beautiful. I love that. I love it, Nick.
Thank you. I gotta give it to the Yankees. It's their year.
Yeah, I have to go to the Yankees too. I just think they have the team, they have the offense to do it. So I'm going Yankees.
I'm going the Yankees as well. I think the Yankees are going to get their revenge. This is the Yankees' year, especially after getting Garrett Cole. I'd love to see Garrett Cole beat the Astros. So
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
he
how he's
will beat the
yeah.
Astros. The
Yeah,
question
he was
is, will the
mad.
Yankees beat the Astros.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna play with
I
a
think
major chip on
the
his
Yankees
shoulder.
are going to the World Series this year.
Yeah.
Definitely for me, at least for me. I think that
It'll still, regardless, it's going to be an incredible American League side of the postseason, and looking like those two will match up will be even better. But the NL side of the coin, we've got, for me, the Dodgers versus the Nationals, because you've got Dodgers best team versus Nationals wild card. I've got the Dodgers taking that in a pretty decent chunk. And then I've got the Reds versus the Mets. I think this is going to be a really good series, but I do think the Mets actually take home this series win, and then we'll have a Dodgers-Mets NLCS. I'm sorry, my Siri. I don't know what. I apologize. I said series.
Have
and then
Siri make predictions.
I said series, and then, okay. Hey, Siri, what do you think the Mets are going to do against the Dodgers this year?
it's gonna bring up just websites.
It just brought up a Mets game versus a Dodgers game. Whatever. I
Anyway,
still think we're going to
go on.
have Dodgers-Mets in the NLCS. What about you guys?
So for me, I have it as Brewers Dodgers, and I
Wow.
have the Dodgers
Okay.
taking that one pretty good there. And then I have the Braves versus the Cardinals, and
Ooh,
I have
rematch.
the Braves going to the NLCS versus the Dodgers.
I have the Dodgers going against the Phillies, and I have the Braves going against the Cardinals, and I have the Dodgers going against the Cardinals in the NLCS.
So we've got Reds, Mets, Dodgers, Braves, Dodgers, Cardinals. Oh, wait, no, not Reds, Mets. What am I talking about? Dodgers, Mets, Dodgers, Braves, Dodgers, Cardinals. Who you got?
Dodgers will face against the D-backs, and the Dodgers will win that series. Braves versus the Reds. The Braves will win that series. I've got Dodgers, Braves.
Okay,
Okay.
not bad. So you've got 2 Dodgers, Braves, a Dodgers, Mets, and a Dodgers, Cardinals. So that brings us to the NLCS. I know you're all going to yell at me, but
Mets
Dodgers,
are going
Mets.
to the World Series.
I swear to God,
No.
I simply did this.
No.
I went
No.
position by position. I did it the exact same way I did for every other team.
So no bias.
No
No
bias.
bias.
I swear. No,
No.
I swear. I did it the exact
Hey.
same way I did every other series, going position by position and picking the players that were better. And the Mets won by a few positions. They
Wait.
The
Yo,
Mets have
what
a
do you mean
better
position by
rotation.
position?
Position by position, you go like catcher 1-0, like first base 1-1. The Mets ended up having 9-6 better.
So you
players.
think Pete Alonso's better than Cody Bellinger for one
no,
season?
Cody Bellinger's the center fielder.
Oh, okay.
In the opening lineup, he is better. But Pete Alonso's better than Max Muncy. You've got. He is. He's better than Max Muncy. You've got Justin Turner, Jeff McNeil. Honestly, that's a push. If Jeff McNeil bats .330 and Justin Turner does not bat over .300, Jeff McNeil's better than Justin Turner. The Mets have a better rotation than the Dodgers by far, and their bullpen is a push. And honestly, the only reason why I think that the Mets get this is if their bullpen does better. If the Mets bullpen's good, they beat the Dodgers, and it's going to be crazy. But I still think it's going to be nuts. All right.
No offense, but this is kind of laughable.
Hey,
That's why I'm laughing.
we will prove you wrong. Let's prove you wrong. We'll prove you wrong. That's fine.
Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, Justin Turner, Max Muncy, Gavin
As of
Lux,
right now, Jock
Corey-
Peterson.
Corey Seager. You don't think that
Corey
lineup
Seager-
can beat the Mets?
Corey Seager is not better than Ahmed Rosario based on the way he played last year. Ahmed Rosario's second half, he batted
I
over
don't care what you're
300.
comparing the two players. I'm comparing the whole
You guys
lineup.
don't watch the Mets
whole
play.
lineup is insane. Who do you pitch to?
You've got.
Michael, I have to step out of the studio for that one.
That's okay. We've still got Jacob deGrom who will shut you
Fine, I
down.
don't care.
Noah Syndergaard
Give or
will
take.
shut you
It's
down.
fine.
Marcus Stroman, who is insane in the playoffs. I think it's going to be. I think the Mets are the team to beat in that postseason.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But look, I see them play every day. I know that how these guys play, and comparing them to other players, I genuinely think that the Mets are a little bit better than the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's why I didn't make the playoffs
This
last
is
season.
this is based on opening day lineups. Again, anything can go wrong.
Of
Simply,
course, anything could go wrong.
Anything
course
can go
it
wrong.
can.
Are you
And
so
that's why the Mets made the postseason last season,
And
right?
that's why the Mets.
That's
already
why the
make playoffs
Dodgers
in my
made
book.
it out of the NLDS last season. Right. But let's continue along, Nick. Your
No
your
offense,
picks for the
Michael,
NLCS.
but you're capping right now.
You guys go.
All right, so in my NLCS, I had Dodgers, Braves, and actually, I have a bold prediction: the Braves are going to the World Series.
Wow. We've got the team beating the Dodgers. Let's go, Nick. Thank
No.
you.
Marco's gonna run out of here.
No. I respect more Nick's take
I do too.
than
The
yours,
Mets
Michael.
are better than the Braves. I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead. You can leave all you want. The Mets have a better. So Nick and Ryan have left the program. I think they all have.
Yo,
okay.
wait, Ryan, Nick, Ryan, hey, not biased though, not biased, not biased, not
This is
biased.
straight bias coming from Michael. Straight bias.
Not biased.
Braves are
Disclaimer,
better than the Mets.
not biased.
The Mets are better than the Braves.
They are.
The Mets are gonna have the best record in the NL, in the majors leagues. Yes!
Journalistic integrity is out the door for you, my friend. Out the door.
You're done.
Oh my God,
You're
that's
done.
amazing.
He's doing that wearing a Blue Jay shirt.
Oh
my
God.
You have
Marco,
the
we all know
Dodgers
you've got the
going to the World Series
Dodgers
or
going
what?
to the World Series. Ryan, who do you have going to the World Series? What the hell was that?
I
He
don't
shoved
know.
his
Hurry.
entire hand in his
We need to
mouth.
hurry. We have to do everything else. So.
Yeah, we gotta go.
let's
Let's
go.
keep it going. We've been on this
Just say
too long.
Dodgers are going to the World Series. Like, come on.
Okay, that's
No,
fair.
I respect
Come
your
on.
call, Nick. I really do.
Yeah,
but
I'm-
when you got two MVPs in the outfield,
I know.
I'm sorry.
I
Come
understand.
on.
I understand. It's fine.
The fact that you think the Mets even come close to stacking up with the Dodgers is laughable.
We played the Mets almost beat the Dodgers in the season series last year. You can check that.
They just added Mookie Betts.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, yo,
No, come on,
Michael,
guys.
who cares if you guys beat us in the season series? Still got the best record. We made the playoffs.
I know you did.
You guys
Can
did.
we, hey, can we?
Let's
can
keep going.
Keep going, Ryan.
We have to do
Ryan,
bad.
We have to do the rest. Come on, let's do
We
it.
have to
Keep it
do
going.
home runs.
So
we have to do
World
everything.
Series right now. We've got 17 minutes. Let's do this. World Series. We've got Astros, Mets, and I've got the Astros winning the World Series.
Wow.
I do have a little bit of a toss-up because they're honestly looking at the Mets and look at the Mets and the Astros.
Stop! I don't care.
The
You're
Mets
done.
and the
You're done.
Astros
You're
are
done.
more
You're
comparable
done.
than any of the other teams.
The
Okay, and you can
Dodgers
agree
are
with
better
that.
than the Astros. The Dodgers are better than the Mets. The Dodgers are arguably and near the best team in the league.
Okay,
Come on.
okay.
I'm trying to be different here. I also all right, whatever, I'm
biased.
not doing this. Let's move on. The Astros win the World Series for me, and that would be crazy if they do. You guys, I think Ryan actually left for good. Nick, that saves us a lot of time. Oh, he's going in there. That's amazing. All right, Nick, what's
Let's
your
move on.
World
Okay,
Series predictions?
Please turn on Mike Aiton here.
So I have the Yankees and Braves in the World Series, which I think will be a fantastic series.
It would.
And my World Series winner is the New York Yankees. It is their year. You know, it had to happen. But the Braves will be back. Mark my words.
Yeah.
But the Yankees will win the World Series this year.
All right.
You guys you'll wait and see. Just trust me.
I can't wait to see a team from New York win the World Series, and it's not the Mets.
The Mets are probably not going to make the playoffs. I'm sorry.
The Phillies are better than the Mets.
Can we move?
The
That's
Phillies
a
are better than the
lie.
Mets.
Yeah.
That's a lie. No, the Phillies were way worse than the Mets last
Anyway,
year.
Marco, please.
Marco, go ahead.
I got Yankees Dodgers, the series that a lot of people want.
I would love to see that series.
Yeah,
I would love to. I will drop any money that I need to do to go to a game, no matter what it is.
Oh, so you're saying you'll drop $1,000 to go to Game 7?
I will if I have the capability to pay $1,000 to Game 7.
Yeah, we need to hurry.
I agree.
Yankees Dodgers. Heck yes, I'm paying $1,000.
I would do that too. To be fair,
And I got the Dodgers winning in 7.
I would too. I'm not
if I had the money for that, which I don't.
Yeah, if I had the
Same. I don't have the money.
Yeah.
a credit card.
Ryan, your
Cha-ching.
predictions.
Okay, it's Yankees Dodgers. I'm sorry. This is the Dodgers year. If they don't win it this year, I don't know when they will ever win it.
I agree with that. Honestly,
Like, when you've got 2 MVPs in your outfield, and then Jock Peterson, as of right now,
Is he
in there-
staying?
Yeah, they're
yeah,
not trading him as
they
right now.
haven't
He's
said
not projected to
anything.
be in the
He
lineup,
won his
though.
arbitration case, so he's not going anywhere as of right now.
So as
besides
right now,
spring training
he's
already.
not going anywhere. Then let's go ahead and add the insane lineup they have.
That is not better than the Mets. Apparently,
I'm sorry, Michael. This
We're
is
not.
straight
We're done. We're
bias.
moving on.
Okay, but no, the
We have
Dodgers also
14
have
minutes
great
to get through
pitching.
all of this.
The bullpen, I believe, is going to be better this year. I'm sorry, this is the Dodgers year. If they don't win it, then they might not. They might as well just trade everything off and
They need to
rebuild.
blow it up then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding if they don't win the
Okay.
World Series.
What's
this year,
next?
no
What's
question
next?
about it. Let's just crank through it. No discussion. AL MVP. I've got Francisco Lindor. What
I got
about
Trout.
I got Garrett Cole.
Glaber Torres.
you? Interesting.
Wow.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
NL MVP. Mookie Betts.
Acuna.
Acuna.
I got between Mookie Betts and Harper, but I'm going more for Mookie Betts.
Harper intrigues me. Ryan.
NL
Yeah.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Wow. So
sorry.
we've got
That dude was so close last year. He's going to light it up again, and he
Yep.
won't get hurt. This is his year.
if he's healthy, definitely a great prediction. AL Cy Young. I've got Blake Snell.
I got Garrett Cole.
I got Garrett Cole.
My AL, Shane Bieber of the Indians.
So you and I are the ones who went bold on
I
this.
went very bold.
Yeah.
But I respect Ryan's boldness.
All right. You don't respect Blake Snell? That's perfectly
Actually, that's a really good
fine.
prediction.
Yeah.
Blake Snell's not a
I'm
bad
just
pick.
messing
No, it's
with
actually a
you,
really good
Michael.
pick. I
Gosh.
appreciate that.
All right. NL Cy Young.
Non-biased, please.
All right, fine. Non-biased, probably would say I forgot who I had for my non-biased one, but I still think Jacob DeGrom's going to win his 3rd in a row. He's the best pitcher in baseball.
I got Walker Bueller.
Yeah. Okay, that's not a bad pick. I'm just saying.
I got
think
Jacob DeGrom, but besides Jacob DeGrom, Walker Bueller.
I don't know if Walker Buehler's ready yet to
Oh,
win the
he's
Cy
ready.
Young.
Trust me,
I
he's
think
ready.
he's a year away. I think
Nick,
he's a year away
Nick,
from it. I think
Nick.
this year is a good year,
Hey,
but I don't know.
Prediction to make, sir. Nick, I agree. Walker Buehler, is winning the
You
NFL
just,
Cy Young.
Michael, you just said if Walker Buehler is ready to be the ace of the Dodgers and help Clayton Kershaw step back to be the ace, you say he's not ready to win a Cy Young?
You guys
Are you serious right now?
just all pinned against me right now? It's fine.
Gosh.
Walker Buehler is so good.
If I wasn't, I'm not
believe-
denying that. I'm
telling you this
saying,
right now,
I
I don't
think
think
that I'm
DeGrom-
saying that DeGrom gets it and Bueller's second, and then Bueller
No.
gets it the year after
no,
that.
I'm telling you right now, DeGrom will not finish in the top 2.
Oh, what?
It is Buehler, then Jack Flaherty, then DeGrom.
The Royals have the worst record in baseball. That's fine.
That's straight down.
Where did that come from?
That's straight down.
I can't believe how you say Walker
Michael, the
Buehler's
amount of
not
bias
ready.
coming
Hey,
from
hey,
you
we gotta
today.
go. We gotta keep
Yeah,
going.
we gotta
Do
go.
you just bleed Mets orange and blue?
I do.
Now, you bring a Blue Jays.
There's
shirt.
got to be a part 2 for this, man. Seriously.
All right, AL Rookie of the Year. It's gonna make Nick really happy. I'm going Casey Mize.
Oh,
I think this is his year.
Thank you.
See, Nick's on my side now. At least it took us 48 minutes, but I'm going Casey Mize.
This is a show that we roast Michael a lot.
So I'm not biased, like some people. I'm just kidding. I love you. But I got Nate Pearson.
Who?
Nate Pearson, the Blue Jays.
Ah, Blue Jays. I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna
Great.
be
He's a
honest.
pitcher. He's gonna have a great year this year.
I have it too. Luzardo from the Athletics. He had a
To clear that up for what he just said, he said Jesus Luzardo. I know you came out in a mix, and I didn't even understand what you said. I'm clarifying for people who don't know who he is.
Are
to
you
make
making
sure.
fun of me?
No,
Because I said Jesus Luzardo. Because I
thought
said
you-
it in an actual
you-
Spanish
no, I thought you
language.
stumbled over your words.
I said
swear.
Jesus Luzardo.
Oh, okay. Yes, that makes more sense.
Oh, you want it in English? Jesus Luzardo.
Okay,
Jesus.
We gotta go. We gotta
We
go.
gotta go. We gotta go, baby. We gotta
Yeah,
go.
that is a
Yeah.
great prediction. He is my number 2.
For me, I'm between two guys. I'm between Forrest Whitley of the Astros and Luis Robert, but I don't know if Robert will actually make it up this year with the amount of depth they have.
Right.
So I'm going to stick with who I said on my other show. I'm taking Forrest Whitley.
Interesting. All right, National League Rookie of the Year. I'm going Gavin Lux.
Gavin Lux.
Yeah,
Kevin Lux.
yeah. There's no question about that. for
I've
me.
never sitting down still like this during the show, and that's how crazy you have me right now.
I'll join Mark.
If I
It was
didn't
actually
say
kinda fun.
Gavin Lux, I think you would have lost your mind. But I think Gavin Lux has a really great year this year. AL home run leader and total. This is where things get a little more interesting. We have enough time now. We're getting
Yeah.
into the meat and potatoes. But I'm going for. I say that too much. I've got Hunter Renfroe. I think he's going to be your home run leader. I think he's in a smaller ballpark, and I think he's going to do really well for those Rays. And I think he hits 46.
You know who's in a smaller ballpark than that? I
Everyone
think Aaron
on the
Judge
Yankees.
is winning it with 47.
I got Mike Trout this year. He's hitting 43 in my opinion because like you didn't get hurt, he would have totally won the home run total.
I
I'm
think
pretty
for
sure.
all of ours, we could like give or take 10 home runs, depending on if the balls are still the way they were last year, because people are saying that they're different and that it'll decrease in home runs. But give or take 10 on basically all of our predictions. Ryan, you're next.
I'm going to say it. You guys are going to call me biased. I think Soler's going to win it again.
I think it's possible.
Again, last year.
come you-
before
wait,
last
hold on.
year,
How come you
he
guys don't yell at him
he
for
gained
that?
12.
Because he said that one of his players wins the home run title. Sure. But you're saying your team goes to the World Series this year.
And that
Yeah.
Walker Buehler's not ready to win the Cy Young.
Here, let me tell you my
oh my
reasoning too.
gosh, I'm-
Soler before last year gained 12
I
pounds
might
of
be
muscle.
alone on this next week.
Again,
might
this
be the
year
only one here.
he's gained another 10 pounds of muscle. So I am going to factor in the balls actually because and the change in them. So I'm saying he hits 45.
Right. Yeah, that's a pretty.
All right, NL.
NL. I've got Trevor Story actually taking it this year. I think it's time that
Wow,
he finally
Trevor
breaks
Story,
out
okay.
and has a really good year. It's time for him, and I think he's gonna hit 43.
Interesting. I have since the Dodgers added Mookie Betts, I think that Bellinger will take advantage of that and hit 44.
I got Bellinger too. I have him hitting 41. I don't have him with crazy numbers because like last season he had a great season. He hit 39. No wait, he didn't hit 39.
No, 39 was his rookie
Yeah,
year.
that was his rookie year. So I just think he got 41 around there. I think that's going to be his number.
Yep.
You guys are gonna call me crazy. I'm saying a Rocky, but I'm saying Nolan Arenado.
I was going between Arenado and Story.
I'm saying the same number as you.
He's going to hit
44,
lights
44.
out
Arenado's
every
gonna
single
hit
game.
44.
Yep.
Arenado, he was my second pick for MVP.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason I think that he won't win it is because every year he gets overshadowed because he's on the Rockies, and I think that'll come in and play once again. But plus, I think Acuna is going to go off. So
Acuna's
I'm
gonna
taking
go
Arenado.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, be happy I didn't say Pete Alonso. Okay, just put that out there, making sure you guys understand. I
Yeah.
think for the record. I just think Alonso's gonna have a bit of a down year this year. I just don't think he's
Sophomore
gonna
slump.
be.
Michael was bold to say Pete Alonso's going to win the Cy Young.
That would be enough
Correct.
for you to
You would
overthrow
say
me.
that.
Yeah, that would be enough for you to overthrow me as leader. So batting titles and totals. I've gotten the American League. I think this is another bold one, but I think George Springer is going to jump out this year and actually have a really great year. I think he's going to go against the odds and he's going to prove, because I think honestly he is just raw really, really great. I think he's going to hit 330 this year and have a fantastic year. I think he's going to be the backbone of that Astros team.
Yeah. I sound like from New York. I'm all in on the Yankees this year, and I got DJ LeMahieu hitting 340.
I don't think LeMahieu has as good of a year this year as he does last year, but I still think he could be a contender.
It's kind of a repeat answer, but I'm still going to say Mike Trout. I just think he's just
You've got him.
So you think he's Triple Crown then?
You might get a
No,
triple
I don't
crown.
think. I don't think he will win the Triple Crown.
Well, if
I
he's
don't-
got batting title and home run title, I mean,
I mean, you might as well
Yeah.
give him the RBI title too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it just depends. Like it just depends what kind of rhythm the Angels are on. You know, it just depends what kind of season they're
that's true.
having.
You got to get offense
you know?
and the rest of the lineup.
Exactly. It's not just him. You know, Anthony Rendon needs to get on base. Other players have to get on base.
And you also have to have him not batting leadoff. He's got to bat third or fourth if he's going to get that. But
Exactly. So like, I just think Mike Trout's going to be like, once again, he's the best player in baseball, and I just think he's going to have a tremendous year. He's going to hit around like 300 again.
I could see that. All right, Ryan.
I'm going to say a player on the Yankees, and I'm going with my AL MVP prediction. I'm saying Gleyber Torres. He's going to bat 335.
Not bad. All right, so going over to the National League side, I've got a guy who's also very heavy in the MVP race. I think he finishes top 3. I'm going for Juan Soto. I think even though the Nationals don't win the division, I think that he's going to be the bold spot. I
Who's
mean,
winning the division?
the Mets.
Oh, interesting.
But I think Juan Soto is the biggest and really the only really great hitter in that lineup this year. I think Turner has a good year, but I think Soto's going to take off. I think he's going to win the batting crown with a 334 batting average.
I have the NL MVP. I have Acuna hitting 334.
Wow, that's a high average.
Oh, I have Soto going 334. That's you and I are just like in like weird ways we're on the same page. Go ahead, Marco.
I got Mookie Betts winning the batting title, and I have him potentially maybe winning the Triple Crown if he does get
Wow.
past Cody Bellinger, because this guy is averaging 30 home runs over the past 4 seasons. You know, you can never know if he goes more than 30, even though if Cody doesn't have a really 40-plus homer season. So I just think how he's so versatile in the lineup. Like during spring training, he's been hitting leadoff, but he could be your leadoff. He could be the one in the 3 hole, or he could be in the middle of the lineup.
Absolutely.
He's just so versatile that he could be in a spot like he puts everyone on base or he brings everyone home. And he's such a consistent hitter. He's been hitting around like 290, 300 throughout the course of his career. So I just see him like hitting like 320 around there. So I have Mookie Betts winning the batting title and potentially a Triple Crown.
Okay, Ryan.
I'll say this. I like that pick, Marco. I like it. But for me, batting titles going to Acuna Jr. I'm going with my MVP. He is so dominant. My average is a slight longer. Bigger. I say he's batting 337 on the year. I think he's going to have a fantastic year.
That's not bad. So the next thing I have here is Triple Crown, yes or no. But what I'm going to do is, if someone wins the Triple Crown on both leagues, who is it going to be? For the AL, I think Mike Trout, very viable option.
Yeah, AL. If someone were to win it, which I don't think anyone will win it this year, I think it would either be Trout or Torres.
I think it could be Trout as well, but this, like I said before, the lineup for the Angels needs to be getting on base. They need to be
Needs to have
doing
a perfect
something.
storm.
Because he can't get the most runs batted in by just home runs. You know, he needs to have people on base, bringing in a couple runs almost every at bat to make sure he gets ribbies every single
Prime
outing.
example of that is Pete Alonso and Jorge Soler last year, who weren't even in like the top 5 in RBIs and had the most in baseball. So Ryan, you've got your pick for the batting crown for AL, if there were to be one.
I'm saying my Trout.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
For me, it was between Trout and Torres, but I'm going to give it to Trout.
Yeah.
I think Torres is a good candidate for it in a few years, but I just don't. I think that right now Mike Trout's
He's not
the guy.
ready.
He's.
Oh, he's not ready. Just like Walker Buehler isn't to win the NL Cy Young.
He's not ready.
He's not
You know
ready.
what? When I'm right on all these predictions, you won't be the ones laughing. I will. It's
I
fine.
can't wait for you to be laughing.
I love to prove everyone wrong. It's fine.
I would love for you to.
But look, if I have
I
proof,
can't wait for him to like step down as not the host or something.
that's why I'm allowed to
Your
make these
hosting
bold
job on the line
predictions.
here.
Anyways, let's close it out. Let's do
NL,
this.
but NL, if we're to have an NL Triple Crown, I'm gonna go for Juan Soto. I think he would need to have another perfect storm.
That is a crazy pick.
I gotta go. I've been riding him all show. It gotta be Acuna.
It's Acuna.
I say Mookie Betts, just like I said, is so versatile. He can hit wherever he wants, and he could. The Dodgers lineup they could get on base so easily sometimes, and like that means whoever is hitting at the plate, they could do a 2-run shot, 3-run shot, grand slam, or whatever. I think Mookie Betts is the player to do it.
Absolutely.
For me, I'm agreeing it's going to be Acuna, if anyone.
Right. All right. So with that, we will wrap up the funniest and craziest edition of the Running the Bases. It was a good one. Next week we are going to talk about, and for the next 2 weeks actually, we are going to discuss the projected lineups and starting rotations for every team in baseball. Nick,
All 30 teams?
all 30 teams over the next 2 weeks. We're going to do AL next week, NL the week after. And you guys will see why the Mets are going to win the division.
So we have to do rotations and lineups?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trust me, I did it last year, and it's not as bad. It's actually pretty fun because you get to know everyone who's in every lineup, and sometimes you'll stumble over players who are like, oh, I didn't even realize that they're on this team. It's
I
actually
already know
kind
what he's going to say in the NL already. I know what he's going to say.
What?
The Mets have the best lineup in the NL.
No,
maybe
they
in
don't
the major
have
leagues.
the best
Maybe
lineup
that's
in
the
the
best
NL.
rotation, I guess.
Oh, but wait, you're saying they're going to the World Series? Oh, no, he's going to say they have the best
Rotation.
bullpen.
Wait,
No,
they're
no.
going.
They don't have the
Wait.
best bullpen.
They're
Don't
going to the.
Rotation.
They're going to the World Series, but they don't have the best lineup.
Hey,
but
hey.
they're better than the Dodgers. Doesn't make
If-
And
sense.
they don't have the best bullpen?
If-
Hold on, so you're saying their pitching is going to lead them to
And
their
they
starting
don't
pitching?
have
course
a
they
top. They don't have
So
a
you're
top
saying
five
their starting
MVP
pitching
candidate
is gonna
either, do
pitch
they?
complete game shutouts every single night?
They don't
And
have to
against
pitch
the
complete
Dodgers?
game shutouts.
God.
They don't have a top five MVP candidate.
I never said that.
So how is that
Actually,
gonna
no.
get them
They
Jacob
don't have the
DeGrom-
best
Jacob
lineup,
DeGrom
but they're
finished
better than the
fourth in
Dodgers,
in
and they're going to
MVP
win by
last
their
year.
rotation.
Actually, no. Didn't DeGrom finish like second in MVP last year?
No!
He finished in the top 5. I know that. And Alonso came in the top 10. But
Oh
still,
my
going to be a great
God.
year. Thank you,
Oh my
everybody, for
God.
listening.
Seemed
Oh
like
my
this-
God.
oh,
We
it's-
love you.
Don't forget, everyone, Walker Buehler's not ready for a Cy Young
We're
trophy.
gonna.
He's
we're
not.
just gonna.
I guess not.
That was.
Just throw my prediction out the
Michael,
window.
All right,
Michael,
I'm gonna just
you're
turn your.
just-
I'm turning your
And
mics
the Mets
off.
are going to the World Series.
I'm turning your mics off. We are moving in to the end of the show. But thank you, everybody, for listening. Hope you guys had a really fun time. We will see you guys all next week. And stay happy, my friends. We'll see you all next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.